got teachers. We've got students.
We've got the X-Men.
We've got cops. We've got drug dealers. We've got it all.
I need a tax guy.
We also have the X-Men, Xavier McDaniel, the first person, I right, put some respect on his name. When he was a Wichita State Shocker, he was the first person to lead the nation in both rebounding and scoring in the same season. And then when he got to the NBA, he continued to be a baller. An all-star, all-rookie first team, played on some great basketball teams with the Sonics, with the Knicks, you name it. 15 points a game, 6 rebounds. We love him on the Morning Roast. Welcome back to the show, X-Men. You know the Bay loves you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice to be back. Hey, waiting on Chris Mullins to invite me to a game.
Man, I just talked to Muller the other day. He just got back from Hawaii. You know it's welcome. I'm going to get Raymond Ritter on the line because he went to Wichita State. He has your jersey. He sent me a photo of your jersey. We got to just get you out to the Bay Area. We need you in the Bay, X-Man.
Yes. I love the Bay Area. It's always been nice when I would come there and play there. It's always been nice.
No doubt.
X-Men, let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
If Sabonis grabbed your leg the way that he grabbed Draymond's leg, what would you have done?
I probably would have kicked him in the stern, too. I might have would have did I know I would have did the exact same thing. I think it was an unfortunate incident. I don't think it warrants a one-game suspension because I don't think this is the penal code system where, guys have violent backgrounds and then they get punished more because of what they did. This is basketball. We talk about not cheating the fans. Well, if Draymond don't play, people come out to see him play.
Yeah.
Game 3, 20,000 people come to see him play. So I didn't think it warranted a one-game suspension, but I think he had 16 already. And I was telling some people, I think he's going to be suspended because that's the way the rules are now.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he grabbed his leg. What are you supposed to do?
Right.
Fall to the floor?
Right.
I mean, you're trying to get out on the break, too.
Yep.
So unfortunate that happens. I'm not sure that was – I was like, I think that Joe Dumars who did that fine.
Yeah, Joe Dumars. Yeah, so the report came out last night, X-Men, 8:38 p.m., and the irony of it, because he did play on the Bad Boy Pistons, who were mugging people left and right. You know all about that. But Joe Dumars now, the executive vice president, head of basketball operations, he suspended Draymond Green and he said it's because of the history of unsportsmanlike acts. Now, also, I don't know if you knew this, X-Men, but Joe Dumars worked with the Kings from 2019 to 2021 and was a close friend to the owner. Think that had anything to do with it?
I'm not sure. I'm going to say no because I think Joe is a pretty good standout guy. Played against him in college and played, 12 years against him in the NBA. And he's always been a stand-up guy. I hope that's not the case.
Right.
But I just find it odd that you see the technical.
Right.
But when I replayed that and look at it, Draymond definitely meant to do what he did. Ain't no doubt about that. And so, but what do you do? If someone's holding my leg, I'm going to kick the crap out of them too.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't think it needed to be a one-game suspension.
I mean,
I just felt like they could have I think they could have looked the other way on that.
It feels like he's paying the penance for sins from 7 years ago. Like, that's still in everybody's brain. And it's like, man, it's 7 years ago. At what point are we ready to give that up? That doesn't feel fair to me.
Well, we're supposed to be the United States supposed to be people who forgive people. But I guess the NBA is not. I don't know, but because, I mean, it's very obvious what Sabonis did. That's why you got to check. So what are guys supposed to do?
Right.
I'm kind of with Draymond on that. But I think and if I'm looking at that again, I'm running it through my mind, he meant to kick it. I mean, he meant to stump it. But I don't think it was as bad as Sabonis make it out to be. I mean, I'm looking at him like, dang, this dude is almost crying on the floor.
Right.
So I didn't think it was as bad as he made it seem. And sometimes when you see LeBron get hit, he lays on the floor, and then when he goes do the repost game, I'm from Northeast Ohio, we play football. Well, I get hit on the floor, I'm jumping straight up. I'm letting them know, hey, that shit ain't affect me. It ain't bother me. So I I didn't think it. I don't think it was as bad as they say it was. Now, if he don't play, then I'm wrong. But if he plays, then I'm right, because I don't think it's as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yep. Xavier McDaniel, college basketball Hall of Famer, inducted back in 2013. Wichita State shocker, the first person to lead the nation in both rebounding and scoring, but he was also an all-star in the NBA, played a long time with the Seattle Supersonics, Phoenix Suns, New York Knicks, and the Celtics. X-Men, you bring up Sabonis there, and he was, like you said, he was writhing in pain for about 5 minutes. He played the final 7:03, and he finished the game with the dunk. He was out there hooking and elbowing. To me, Sabonis has been doing a lot of crying in this series. What do you think now, if you went to the next game, knowing that your teammate got popped for somebody acting like the way they did, grabbing ankles, how should the Warriors respond in game number 3? Now, it's a must-win. They're down 0-2, so they got to win that basketball game. But what would you do in that situation the next game, knowing Sabonis pulled that act and got away with it?
Well, at this day and age, you can't really do anything but just play your game. Mm-hmm. I think the Warriors, they should have won game 1, but they only got to steal 1 out of 4 games. So they got to get 1 of those 4. But, I mean, they just got to play their game, and everybody got to step up. They just can't turn the daggone ball over. I mean, game 1, I mean, they were just, like they'd never played the game before. Even all of them, Steph, Draymond, all of them, they were just making careless passes. And it wasn't like, they were trying to thread the needle on a lot of them. You just got to get back to basic, simple basketball. But, let's just be honest. The Kings finished 3rd in the Western Conference. Mm-hmm. They're supposed to win, too. The Warriors finished 6th, and they struggle all year with injuries, and they just struggle all year. So the odds are 3 is supposed to beat 6 in those first 2 games. 6 just got to steal 1 game and hold home court advantage.
Yep.
They win the next 2 games, 2-2 tie. So now it comes down to
a best of
next
3.
2 out of 3.
Yeah.
So you just got to steal 1. And you can't take anything away from the Kings. They had a fantastic year, and I was one of those guys, they're going to fade, and they never faded all year. So, but the Warriors, you down 2-0. It's a 4-game series. So, I think they can do it, but shit, man. Jesus, Monk is playing so well.
Yeah.
And Fox, man, those guys, man. They kind of living up to their name.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, it's going to be some controversy. I think the Warriors will get back in this series. I think they got a great opportunity, but they're going to have to play better basketball.
X-Man, and what do you think about the state of officiating right now in terms of the inconsistency on physicality and just the general arrogance from a lot of these officials? It feels like there's just no
accountability,
none
whatsoever. What do you think?
Well, I think if the late Bill Russell was here, he'll say the same thing I'm saying. They've been terrible in the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s and 2000s. They're going to be terrible. They're trying to get it right, but they're human, and there's going to be a lot of mistakes. Unfortunately, they hadn't been going the Warriors' way. But I think they get back on track on game 3.
All right. X-Men, I hope you come to the Bay one day. I'm going to get Willie on the horn. We're going to try to make that happen before the season is over. The Dub Nation loves you. You never wore a uniform before, a Warriors uniform. And Warrior fans, they ask us all the time, when's X-Man coming back on? When's he coming back on? So we got to do it again.
Yes, anytime, man. Y'all got my number. You can call me anytime.
Absolutely.
X-Men, has anybody ever just randomly tried to check you on the street?
No.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Nobody's grabbing X-Men's
ever
ankle.
tried to check
Nobody's
you, right?
grabbing your ankle, right?
Hey, well, I'm like Oak on this one. If they try to check me, they know what's going to happen.
Exactly. They know. Charles Oakley knows. A lot of these dudes know from back in the day. Every time I ask a former player about you, they say, oh, yeah, X-Men was badass. He was a badass. So we know Sabonis is not trying to grab your ankle. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, because he would have showed. I don't know about Draymond, but he really would have felt my foot. 'Cause I would have kicked it for real. So I don't know I think you would have to ask Draymond really off the record how serious was the kick.
Right.
You know, I didn't think it was that serious that he laid on that floor for that longer period of time winding and then play the rest of the game. So,
well, the Kings, I don't know if you saw it last night, X-Men. An hour after Draymond Green got it, the announcement came out that he was getting suspended. The Kings put out a statement saying that Sabonis is questionable with a bruised sternum.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I mean, but that's how you got to play that.
Yeah.
Really, I don't think it was as serious as they make it. But I think you would have to ask Draymond that.
No doubt. No doubt.
Thanks, buddy.
X-Man, always a
You're
pleasure.
the best.
All right. Thank you for having me on.
Anytime.